Okay, it's me, you, and my grandparents, and we're about to cover goal setting. So you're gonna need a piece of paper and a pen. If you don't have one, just pause me and I'll wait. If you do have one, then we can get right into it. So, you're gonna take your paper and write down 4 B's. Now what these are gonna be are all the 4 areas that we're goal setting within. So the first is gonna be body, then we've got brain, then we've got business, and then we've got balance. Boom. So once you've got those down, here's what they mean. So body is very simple. It's literally your body. How do you want to look? How do you want to feel? And what do you want to be able to do? Now it doesn't matter if you don't have a goal for every single one of these categories, but you likely should. So for me, I want to look like The Rock. I want to feel energetic, and what I want to be able to do is fight. And when I talk about fight, I'm talking more about self-defense than I'm talking about competitively fighting in a ring or in a cage or something like that. But those are the 3 things that mean something to me. And if you don't have these right away, that's fine. You can watch my process and then come back to this and start breaking down your own. And in the next video, we're gonna go through how you get to each of these. But for now, all you want are the what direction you're going. From where you are now, what do you want to look more like? What do you want to feel more like? What do you want to be able to do better? So those are my 3 under body. Now under brain, these are going to be new things you want to learn. It's education you want, knowledge, mental skills. If you want to learn about working on cars, if you want to get better at changing your oil, if you want to read a new book, if you want to read a book a week, if you want to speak a new language, if you want to learn to program computers, if you want to learn to play an instrument. But this is mental self-improvement. It's probably the easiest way to say it. So for me, I want to read good books. And I want to speak new languages. Now for me, those are Russian and Spanish. But under mine, I've got essentially a little bit of a book list that is important to me that I think is beneficial for me to read through. So it's going to be working through that book list and speaking Spanish and Russian. So right now I can speak Spanish pretty comfortably, and my Russian is choppy, but I get my point across, and I want to improve both of those. So for me, that's where I'm at under brain. Now next, business. Now if you don't own a business, that's fine. You don't have to own a business to have this category. Money is just as good. I like B because of the alliteration, body, brain, business. Balance, it doesn't sound as good if you go body, brain, money, balance. That's not as slick. Now, I've got a few different investments I make, different ventures I'm a part of, but my primary business is coaching people in terms of transforming their bodies. And the more people I can help, the better my business becomes. I've built my entire business off how many people have given me referrals, testimonials, have walked around in a new body, and then referred people to me because of it. So for me, my goal this year is to help 250 people transform their bodies. That's where I'm at. I want to help over the next 4 years, 1,000 people transform their body. That's 250 people a year. Now balance. Balance, again, probably could use a different word, something like relationships, but that's what I mean by balance. So whether that's time with your significant other, whether that's time with your kids, time with your pet, meeting a significant other, whether that's time at your church, whatever kind of community and relationships that you're a part of would fall under balance. And for me, that's super, super simple. My girlfriend has 3 daughters. So they are the girls, her and the daughter. She also has a female dog. So I guess all 5 of them count as the girls when I say that. It's very easy for me to get caught up in everything that I'm doing and sacrifice the time with the people I care about. So that's my primary balance target right now, is to ensure that I'm getting the quality time with them that I want. Okay, now if you have all of this, perfect, you can go right to the next video. If you don't, take some time and think about each of these categories. What do you want in a perfect world with your body? Who would you look like? That's probably the easiest place to start. If you could look at a celebrity, an athlete, a movie star, whatever you want, What body would be ideal? What do you picture yourself in as like, man, that'd be a 10 out of 10. In terms of how you feel, I would typically think about when you feel your worst, when you do your worst in life, and try to feel the opposite of that. I do my worst when I feel run down and lazy. So what I want to feel is energetic. And then what do you want to be able to do? If you have this, great. If you don't, that's cool too. Maybe you've always liked the idea of running a marathon. Maybe like me, it's important to you that you're able to protect yourself and your loved ones. Maybe you want to get back into playing in a football league or a soccer league. Entirely up to you. And if you don't have one of these, that's fine. Next, brain. Personally, I think about this, what would impress you? What impresses you about other people? Forever. I was impressed by people who were well-read and people who could speak multiple languages. Those are people that are like, damn, like those people are better than me. Like they've got something. They've got to be smarter than me. So when I thought about my brain goals, those are the types of things that I did. What do you admire in other people? That's a really, really good place to start in terms of what would you like to be doing brain-wise. Next, business and money. Is it working towards a raise? Is it making an investment? Is it buying a property? Is it starting a business? What would make your financial life better? And maybe it's just getting spending under control. Maybe you spend an exorbitant amount of money on Doritos and lottery tickets every time you drive by a convenience store. I don't know. What would be the single biggest thing that would make your financial life better? And then balance. What feeds you? What are the things you do that recharge you, that you do with other people? Is it time with the community? Is it volunteering? Is it being at your church? Is it time with your significant other? Are you married and are you struggling to get a date night in? Do you not spend enough time with your kids? Do you not take your dog for a walk? Have you seen your parents? Have you seen your siblings? Whatever it happens to be, the things that feed you. And all of these, you don't need the right answer. You need the answer that's true for you. The right answer here might be, man, I should help Timmy with his homework every night and massage my wife's feet. But maybe you suck at grade 8 math and you hate feet. Those could be the right answers, but they're not the right answers for you. So what things feed you the most? Business, same thing. Maybe the right answer is I start a new business in a booming tech industry and I make $100 million a year. That's a great sounding answer, but what makes sense for you? And what makes you feel good? I could put down, sell 1,000 memberships to my gym, but it's helping 250 people transform their bodies that also means something to me. Same up here and same over here, okay? So take some time. You should have 2 to 3 answers under body, 1 to 2 for brain, 1 to 2 for business, 1 to 2 for balance, and that's it. If you have more than that, what are the biggest, most substantial pieces? Start with that and we can fill the other ones in later. But if you could only do 1, maximum 2 things, what would cause the biggest fundamental change in your life? And once you have all of that, we'll start breaking these down into how do you achieve them. We'll go from there.